Hello, welcome to my presentation. This is Anna Maida presenting an application of a POP3s and the SMTP services. The technical side, and then we go over the hardening recommendations. POP3 stands for Post Office Protocol 3. The POP3 service performs the task of message download and request handling on a Windows-based server, where message download consists of transmitting the messages from a folder in the file system to clients, and request handling is performed according to the POP3 protocol, which defines how the server responds to requests sent from an email client. It also uses SMTP services. The ideal environment is Windows Server 2003 must be installed and make sure it works properly. The server hardware is sized according to the number of users and the disk space requirements. A suitable authentication configuration for the installation is implemented using Active Directory integrated and accounts Windows and local Windows accounts or encrypted password file authentication. Also, the volume that holds the mail store is formatted with the NTFS file system. The internet name is registered with the naming authority. The SMTP service is configured as a mail exchange host with the internet service provider. The POP3 overview. There is 3 states, that is authorization state and the transaction state and the update state. The transaction state is the state where once a session is connected and has been established, the connection between the client and the server uses the TCP three-way handshake to establish a network connection. The transaction state is the second state of POP3 session. The commands effective in the transaction state provide information about the email messages, the return of the context of the messages, and the mark the messages for deletion. The update state is the state of the last state of the POP3 session. The receipt of the quit command signals the server to delete any messages marked for deletion. The quit command can also be used in authorization state and to end the session before it enters the transaction state. In this respect, the connection to the server is ended. So what are the best practices for POP3? It listens to the protocol port 110 for POP3 and mandatory status. Optionally, it also listens implicitly on TLS ports, that is 995 for POP3s. Also enforce authentication for local networks and make sure that authentication is not allowed on unencrypted connections. Also use recommended services for all connecting mail user agents that supports them. Also, you can turn off the SSL or drone attack 11. So we go over the technical discussion of the SMTP. The SMTP simply means Simple Mail transfer protocol, and it carries mail, all the mail of this planet. It also uses the other protocols such as POP3 and AMA on port 25. It sends and receiving mail, but also limited to sending emails due to its inability to queue messages at the receiving end. We go over the SMTP protocol overview. The mail command establishes the return address, also called the return path or reverse path or bounce address. The RCPT command connects the recipient of the message. This command can be issued multiple times to each recipient. These addresses are also part of the envelope. Data signals the beginning of the message text. The content of the message, as opposed to its envelope, consists of a message header and message body separated by an empty line. Data is actually a group of commands, and the server replies twice. The data itself to acknowledge that it's ready to receive the text, and the second time marks the end of data sequence to either accept or reject the entire message. Finally, here are the recommendations for SMTP. First, you need to change the admin names for admin usernames and have complex passwords. Second, you need to test. That is not an option. SSL options are also good to have. Limit the number of connections. Also secure port 465 and mitigate email malware and phishing attacks by configuring spam real-time block list. Real-time block lists can filter out malicious hyperlinks and are often embedded in the body of the emails. Finally, here are my sources that I quoted for this presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.